Good day, grade 1. Today we're going to have a lesson that will surely be very helpful to improve your math skills. And the title of our lesson for today is Subtracting two-digit number by one-digit and two-digit numbers with regrouping. And to start, we're going to talk about a story entitled Ducks on the Lake. Now, Tom and his sister went to the nearby lake to stroll. They saw 25 ducks swimming there. 7 of the ducks were white, while the others were brown. How many were the brown ducks? And to find out the number of the brown ducks, we are going to do subtraction, this time with regrouping. And we are going to follow these steps. Now for step 1, we have 25 minus 7, and since 7 is bigger than 5, we are going to rename the ones into tens by regrouping from the tens, and we're going to subtract. So since we cannot subtract 7 from 5, we're going to regroup from the tens place. So there you go. So from being 5, we're going to rename it as 15. So 15 minus 7, we have 8. There you go. Now, for step 2, we have again 25 minus 7. And since we renamed 5 to 15, because of what we did, we regrouped from the tens place. So 15 minus 7, we have 8. 2 now will be renamed as 1. And we're just going to bring it down. So there you go. That's the difference. 18. So 25 minus 7. So 5 minus 7, it cannot be. That's why we're going to regroup from the tens place. That's why from being 5, it's renamed as 15. And 15 minus 7, we have 8. And 2 now will be renamed as 1. So we have 18. So the brown ducks were 18. Now let's have another example. Jen had 34 hair clips. She gave 8 to her friend Lily. How many hair clips were left for her? Now again, we're going to follow these steps. So for step 1, we have 34 minus 8. And since 8 is bigger than 4, we're going to rename the ones into tens by regrouping from the tens and subtract. So 4 now will become 14. And 14 minus 8, we have 6. And for step 2, we have 34 minus 8. So 4 will become 14 because we regrouped from the tens place. That's why 14 minus 8 is 6. And now 3 becomes 2. It is renamed as 2. And we will just bring it down. So we have the difference of 26. So 34 minus 8, 4 becomes 14 because we regrouped from the tens place. That's why 14 minus 8 is 6. And 3 now is renamed as 2, and we'll just bring it down. So 26 hair clips were left for Jen. Now this time, let us subtract the two-digit numbers by a two-digit number as well. So Jenna had 35 colored pencils. She lent 16 to her brother Jim. How many colored pencils were left for her? Now for step 1, we have 35 minus 16. And since 6 is bigger than 5, we are going to rename the ones into tens by regrouping from the tens, and then we will subtract. So we will regroup from the tens place. So 5 now becomes 15. So now we're going to subtract 15 minus 6, we have 9. And now, for step 2, 35 minus 16. Now, we regrouped from the tens. That's why 5 is renamed as 15, and 15 minus 6 is 9. And now, 3 is renamed as 2. And 2 minus 1 is, of course, 1. So we have 19 as the difference. So, 35 minus 16. 5 minus 6 is not possible. That's why we're going to remove or regroup from the tens place. So, 5 now becomes 15. And 15 minus 6 is 9. And 3 becomes 2. And 2 minus 1 is 19. So, there were 19 colored pencils left for Jenna. Another example, Chris had 43 pesos. He bought a fruit juice for 27 pesos. How much money was left? Again, we have 43 minus 27. And since 7 is bigger than 3, let's rename the ones into tens by regrouping from the tens and subtract. So again, we're going to regroup from the tens place. That's why 3 now is renamed as 13. So 13 minus 7, we have 6. And for step 2, we have 43 minus 27. We are going to rename the tens and then we are going to subtract. So again, we are going to regroup from the tens place. That's why 3 becomes 13 and 13 minus 7 is 6. And this time, 4 is renamed as 3. And 3 minus 2, we have 16. There you go. So, 43 minus 27. So, 3 minus 7 is not possible. That's why we're going to regroup from the tens place. That's why 3 now is renamed as 13. And 13 minus 7 is 6. And 4 is renamed as 3. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So, Chris had 16 pesos left for him. Great job, my dear grade 1. Now you already know how to do subtraction of 2-digit number by 1-digit and 2-digit number with regrouping. Well done!